NERDSoul.
Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bring you that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, let's go. Cause the anime crew is up in here forming like Voltron. What is up, baby? And I got a shout out. Uh the Kunoichi of the year. You know what I'm saying? Hit you with the Kagemusha no Jutsu quick fast. I give to you. That's right, Ninja Sama Cosplay. What's up?
Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Summer Cosplay coming to you live from the grave.
Oh boy. And we also have one half of the dynamic duo of the South. I give to you one of the top comic book distributors in the US of A. I give to you Coop Lover, Keep Kutha. What's up?
What up, y'all? This will also be heard on the Blurtish podcast. Appreciate anybody who just met me at the first year of WasabiCon. I was there as press on the second day, so shout out to you if that's how you met me recently, or if you met me through Hot Art Cool Nights. Had a fun time, good weekend. Ready to talk some of this plentiful anime.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And since we got Ninja here, she's been watching two joints most recently. I'm gonna throw it over to the Kunoichi and ask her about that Fighter D. All right, how you doing? How you feeling about Dusty D? Well, first, before you get into Dusty D, if you could grace us with the beautiful song "Go Go Loser Rangers," please.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh, Lord.
Go loser Rangers. Near. Go loser Rangers.
It's the near that always
Yeah,
is the
you gotta
near
put all these together once the whole season's over and see how just incrementally worse it gets each time.
Oh man, I love the at the end.
There's a little Jack Blackness at the end for you there. That's you know.
I could just feel your teeth snaring through the near.
All right, so I know you peeped the new Loser Rangers. How you feeling on that one?
I have not watched it this week. Just straight up did not have time. Nope. So I got nothing. I have nothing but the song this time.
Oh, I thought you saw
Loser Ranger. No, all I saw was My Hero.
Okay, we'll get into that then. We'll get into that next. Well, because Loser Rangers really it revealed some stuff, but it didn't really.
What did I tell you?
It didn't really move the plot.
What did I tell you?
We did learn some more stuff.
They're gonna reveal some stuff, and it's gonna be more confusing. But
yeah,
it's built by design to not be. You're not gonna get all the big reveals in this first season because I don't know how long the manga is, but I think I said okay, realistically the show is now starting because is it okay if I discuss any spoilers with Ninja? Are you cool with that?
I'm gonna go to La La Land.
All right, we'll call you back. We'll call you back when we need you there.
Okay. Like you said, a lot of plot didn't move, but this is the cerebral part of the show because we're starting to learn just a little bit of how people see what's his name?
Who, Suzukiri or someone else?
No, the redhead guy. Is it
Hibiki or
Hibiki?
Yeah.
So now Hibiki, I guess, is going to be the main image of D for a while, if not for the rest of the time that he's there. So now he's really at the bottom, literally, and whatever, in spirit or whatever, because they are underground actually. So they're in the base. Mm-hmm. I didn't know the base went that deep. So he went from one underground base as a villain, now as an underground grunt. As an independent ranger. So now we learn how the system of the independent rangers work. You got to work your way up to even get put on a squad. So it's like I love the joke when he said, "Dang man, I wish you had a higher rank." It's like
you ain't telling me this.
Man, look.
You ain't telling me you was just a scrub. I'm thinking you like got high level security access.
Why? I mean, but why would he tell you that when he has more? Like, Hibiki ain't as stupid as he looks. I mean, besides the cutting of his hand off, but when somebody's when somebody's extreme and for whatever reason they still didn't clear it, explain it, but it was just like a quick flashback. Like, yeah, he saved me, but Blue is like terror. Like they kind of explain it real quick. Like, yeah, but this is a false organization. There is no good in them, even though they saved my life and my sister. And turns out his sister is what, the Pink Ranger?
Yeah.
Even though she was, I guess she used some type of maybe suit for her legs. But
I guess so.
Still. But like, I thought she was just like a top cadet. But like, okay, she got the pink on. But then they kept saying like, you know, that's one big reveal. Hibiki's sister is all the way in. But she was saying, hey, this organization ain't for you, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, why she keep saying like, I can't, you know, it's not going to be good for you. I'm like, but we ain't y'all together, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know how that, I ain't liking how that sound. And she had that serious look. But 1 second she couldn't cut an apple, and then whatever thing is going on, you know, she's all of a sudden, you know, beating the heck out of criminals who deserved it. And you know, minus some, however you want to determine her adulation was, I ain't gonna get deep into that. Y'all know,
man. Look, Japan be tripping on this whole sibling stuff. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all need to get up off that.
I was gonna skip saying it, but yeah.
How can you skip it when it's like 30% of the episode?
I was gonna skip it just because of how what she, you know, what she was saying. Like, I was like, oh, it's just like, you know, she says one thing, but it's how, you know, sometimes how somebody says it. I'm like, oh, nah. I was like, nah, not this. Anything but this.
Here we go again with this sibling stuff, man. I don't know what's wrong with them. Like, I mean, for real.
I don't know if, you know, they used to use words like a bro-con. That's about as PG as you can make it, you know. And maybe, I don't know. But I guess she's protective of her brother. Maybe. But she's also a nut as well.
Yeah.
So she was like chill for a hot minute, but I guess she don't mind destroying, you know, I mean, no pity for those dudes who was harassing the young lady. Cool. Glad Pink came around. I guess they'll explain her powers, however that worked, because she is the girl who got crushed in the flashback and who eventually rose to the ranks to become Pink. So,
which is something else that Ninja made a good point. This episode, it kind of upset me because I'm not expecting you to lay the whole plot out for me, but you're not explaining anything. And I don't mind conspiracy. I like conspiracy. I like, you know, setting up these, you know, like back rooms and you know, different alliances, but you're not explaining anything. And we're at episode 6 now, 5, 6.
I hate to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
you better get ready to settle in, because I really believe my statement.
Well, I'm going to keep it real.
It's just now starting.
I'm going to keep it real. I might not settle in because we back. You know we back. Look,
yeah, we back.
You ain't look. Undead Unluck could happen to anybody. All right.
All right.
This ain't Undead Unluck. Don't do that.
I will give you that.
Don't do that.
Dub right. Dub is right.
This is not that.
I'll drop a show fast.
Mike, hold up, time out. Mike, you drop a show in 5 minutes, which is true. But I'm
giving
saying
this show 6 episodes now. Or sorry, 5 episodes now. That's fair. You say 3. I went 2 more. And I'm not satisfied with what I'm getting. So how many I gotta give it now? What, 30 episodes?
I'm gonna give you longer than this. And this is why. Because they gave you that post-pounding action to start off with. It is a deconstruction. I know, like, and one reason you might not like it, because I know you hate some things of The Boys. This is kind of in that vein. All right, we give you this.
I am ready for The Boys to end.
So we about to, all right, the show is really about to start. Because D couldn't, D is getting smart. As he met his, you know, we got another reveal.
Yeah.
However, the lady fighter AA, I think it's her name, she don't really have I mean, most fighters ain't as smart as D. Just simple as that. D know how to blend in more with human society. He pick up things real quick, you know. And apparently, it was a civil war with the fighters. That's another reveal. So she's the remainder of that, which is a cool thing. Which also shout out to Hibiki because I guess the ladies do like Hibiki.
Yeah,
minus his sister. Let's not even bring.
All
that
right,
up
so we
again,
got
but-
this reveal of this lady who's apparently a fighter or a monster or whatever. He's had her in the closet. Who knows why? I guess maybe she's the one who put him on to the whole corrupt thing about the Rangers, maybe. But the most important line I think of this show is this flashback Fighter D has, and they're talking to each other, them as the fighters, and they said we'll take back this planet. And I'm like, what do you mean back? Are you alluding to like this planet belonged to y'all and humans some kind of way came here and took it from y'all, and then maybe brainwashed everyone into believing that this has been their planet all along?
I think we're not gonna get that deep in season 1.
They the ones that put the line in there, not me. So I'm
just
like,
say, I ain't gonna take it. Look, you know how it is with translation. It ain't
Oh,
always
yeah,
one
it's
way.
it's also a translation,
Probably
yeah.
more translation than
Yeah, it's probably a translation slip because I wouldn't take that one literal. Too literal, baby, like 95%. But if they want to go like some crazy Evangelion stuff, maybe down the line. It's just I think this is my prediction for this. This is the rest of the what we got. This is episode 5. So we got 8 more episodes. Now, like I said, the show is truly began where you're gonna have to see him rise up in the ranks. Sabiki set him up like, look, even though he say, "Oh, my friends are nice, my coworkers are nice," not all of them. At least 3 of them wants to kill.
There's like
Sabiki.
3 nice people, and the rest of them are like mean.
Kind of like, okay, indifferent, or I'll kill you, Hibiki. And also, we find out, you know, he's an outcast even among the loser. I guess now we kind of get the reject ranger part of it. It's like, who is the reject ranger? And Hibiki is the reject ranger. And it's like, okay, I'm still loving this, man. This is cool for me.
Yeah,
as a
I'm not
different
saying
shonen.
that the anime is bad as far as like I'm not. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. It's that I'm like, all right, we're at episode 5, and y'all are just adding more and more mystery, and y'all need to start explaining some stuff.
But they did explain, like I said, why I'm kind of happy. Like, oh, so why Hibiki is the reject ranger? He's the one who actually has been spouting the stuff. Like he's been vocal about maybe we can talk with the monsters. So that would make him an outcast or a weirdo, yada yada. So for D to take over his identity and somehow maybe get a power up, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's gonna be.
He gonna have to get a power up because the dude disappeared every time somebody punch him. So he gonna have to get a power up somewhere.
I think he's gotten a slight power up already about the formation of bonds. Maybe that's why he's able to touch the weapon. He done got it maybe a little hardier. It's something.
Okay.
It's like, are they gonna explain it exactly? Probably not. But I'm gonna just say they focus on that. That's how he don't pop each time he took a slap, because old boy slapped him kind of hard. That would have probably broken him up. But also I like that D, like, maybe I think he's starting to get some humanity. He's like, damn, Hibiki, you set me up, but I'm starting to get it now. So he's starting to think to really get the severity of this mission. Like how he had to talk to the lady fighters, like, hey, you can't be stupid right now. Like, I did the stupid part. They gonna kill us. Like, chill out. Like, and the fact that now Hibiki could have said like, oh yeah, by the way, my sister is pink. Like, yeah, now that's some critical
that's
information.
That's a huge
misstep.
drop.
Because you could have got that boy and D and a fighter AA murked right then and there. Well, however her powers work. And let's just be honest, her second in charge, he's a big dude. I mean, he probably strong as hell himself. I mean, you even got a cadet who out here with super swole muscles other people can fight. So, and then all the other crazy intentions, like the dude, I guess the other pretty boy, was like, you know, he seemed nice, but he's also like, oh, they picked the other pretty guy over me to be red, da 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 da. It's like, so you know his intentions. So how many people are going to be sympathetic to go along with Hibiki's
Okay.
thought. So I kind of like this. And then it's not gonna unless they run another core with it right away. They probably, I don't think they will. Most people, when they say 13, it's gonna be 13. Unlike Undead for some reason, somebody say, "Oh, let's run that back right away." But I think I'm gonna enjoy this unless they just drop off completely soft in the middle. A lot of people unfairly gave that to, Ninja Kamui. So I am fine with it taking a step back to hopefully we get some explaining. We're gonna get some training or the inter-fighting, and that's the next step. So it's a weird process, but I think I get where they're going. And also, we don't know how him and the yellow cadet, what's her name, which again,
Suzukiri.
she kind of steal the show for me because she's such an a-hole. And I was wondering what's going on because when she said it, she's like, "You just want to see you just want me to you bring my partner with me, because blah blah blah." And I'm like, okay, so does Pink have a thing for that? I ain't pick up that was his sister, and yada yada. It's like, what? It's like, ugh. But I also like her just being, saying hi. How she said it, she's just an a-hole. She's like, I hate all of you people. And I can't wait to see her big reveal of her plan. But she also do need to learn how to rein it in, because Pink is kind of being lenient. She's like, look, you better learn how to play along to get along to go a little bit further. So Pink is already know you ain't with it. So, and I think
there's something sneaky about her.
Yeah, she already she's already got it. In fact, she pretty much I guess they said hey, we gonna go talk about Red. Go have an after party. So maybe they ain't with Red either, and they know. Well, she did say this is a shady organization, but I kind of like it here. I'm kind of with it. So I don't know. I like that this anime just had me with a lot of I don't know, and I can't wait to see it. I hope it pay off. I hope it don't pull a Tokyo Revenge.
The I don't know doesn't bother me enough to jump off. The action D is hilarious.
Oh,
I love Fighter D. Duster D.
Him and A.
Like I said, it's giving me between that and another anime we'll discuss. I'm getting them Zom 100 comedy vibes, and I need that.
It's just, I like the mystery. Do I think I'm gonna learn what I want to know? How much by the end of the season? No, I don't. But I'm gonna enjoy this ride right now. It hasn't really let me down. Like I say, not a lot going on this episode. We just get to be a little disgusted and hear some more comedy stylings and find out about another fighter who's been holed up in Hibiki's closet.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the episode. And to know that Hibiki need to be telling D to feed good details, but also Fighter D, don't just be tearing up that man's stuff when he left you notes. And you tore up this computer
Yeah, straight broke that. But I'll go in and move it on, because we got, we got the girl ninja up in here, and you best believe it's my hero time. Praise the Lord. It's my hero time. Praise the Lord. Turn to your neighbor and tell them thank you so much for watching my hero this week.
Neighbor. Thank you.
Also, neighbor, got to take up a collection for the homegoing of one Miss Stark.
Man, yo, all right. How you gonna bring through somebody mad dope?
I do it.
All right, goodbye.
I do. Somebody will be like, "How you gonna bring her?" And then she go episode 2.
Man, look, I guess they were like, all right, she way too sweet. We got to get her out the way, because if she stays,
I'm on the fence about it. I'm actually, at first I was bummed because she's such a great character, but then I remember that it's a good thing when shows, especially shonen, are not afraid to have casualty of war, to have characters who come and die, instead of it always being someone who's expendable. And I think it was bold that, like, I know in the manga, of course, like, naturally she's in and out as well. So I don't know how it read, but like for it to be the premiere episode and then by mid episode 2, she was gone. Like we were introduced to her, we're like, oh, this is a thing, and then she like was dead, you know. So I actually kind of
she did die like a G, so I'll give her that.
She did, and she went out in a blaze of glory. Like it's like it was not.
She went out chewing
for her. F in the chat for start.
Bones was not playing.
She went up chewing Shiggy out. She chewed him up.
Bones was playing on that animation. Oh my god.
Oh no, they were not playing.
The way she left off. That's he gonna have to recover. Like they said, it's gonna take him. I think they said it's gonna take him a week to recover. So it's like, look, she put that hurt on him. She was like, all right, look, I can't win this, but you know what? I can, you know what I'm saying, put some pain on you.
I'm gonna let you feel it before I go.
I do wish that, I don't know if they should have let it be mid-episode, because then the other half of the episode was so lackluster, because the other half of the episode felt like a typical premiere. Like, oh, let's just recap all the things that are going on and what we're looking at. So it felt awkward that was like mid-episode. It just like, I don't know if they should have, could have did one or two things. They could have had her live and die in one whole episode, made it maybe a longer premiere, or they could have let her live throughout the second episode and then started episode 3. It was like, okay, let's get this going with the next part. So, because it felt like such a heavy start, like, oh gosh, blaze of glory, death, all that. And then they're like, okay, let's talk about the ramifications and repercussions. And it just like, I almost tuned out just because I was like, man, I'm still stuck on the high of like the battle we just saw.
Yeah, because like the ships was cool, the laser attack was cool. Like all of that was sweet. And also I gotta ask Endeavor a question. Endeavor, I understand Hawks ain't got his, I don't think Hawks got his wings back, and he's still riding in the Batmobile with your boy Genius. So I'm gonna let him slide for a second, but brother, you can fly. And you saw the battle going on from like the I guess the bridge or whatever. Why you ain't go over there and help? Huh? Are you shook now? Is that what's going on? Are you shook, Endeavor?
Did you see the speed of the time? Not that I'm taking up for Endeavor, but also, yeah, he is shook because he got shooken up, man. He ain't the star of this show.
We ain't got no time. We ain't got time for you to be shook right now.
We ain't got time for him, period.
We ain't got no time for you to be like Hulk in Infinity War.
He Pat Beverly now.
Bro, you gotta power up. It's time for you to, I don't know, drink some Gatorade, get some.
It's time for him to retire. That's what
he can't. Who else?
He will be retired.
Who else stronger than him to be able to take out a Nomu on their own?
If I could rewrite this story, Endeavor been the one dying and Star Stripe have been living. But
I mean, if we could have rewrote this, old dude would have been in jail. But that's neither here nor there. So Endeavor is pretty much the best that Japan's got right now. They got very little. So. And him forgetting that.
Other countries are like, yo, we can't really afford to send our people over there. We got to keep our people here.
Yeah, I do like that part of the whole like international political plays that are going on, because I spoke about this in the last season. Like, I wonder how this plays out on the broader scale, because they've showed the news, they've referenced to other nations. So okay, how does this play out?
See, and then Mike, he's like, it take a season to give you them answers. Sometimes it take a season, man.
But you're also forgetting that you're starting from season 1 with one show, and episode 5 that's given us no answers, wherein the same show that we're talking about now in My Hero has given us answers by episode 5 in season 1. And I'm not saying answer everything. Give us some answers. Give me an answer and then give me a new question. Maybe give me one answer and give me 2 questions. We've got no answers and more questions when we're talking about Go Loser Rangers. Now, if you want to go back to season 1 in My Hero, please feel free, and I can pull out where we've gotten answers about things.
It was such a smaller scale show back then, and I promise I'm actually agreeing with you. Like, it was such a no one. Let's say no one had any context. You just have My Hero. It's the base level. No one knows anything that happened. Episode 5. All we know is that Deku is still gonna be that one, and that's still the answer that we're at now. We saw with Star is very much as great as a character that she was. She was a plot device. She was never going to get through the plot armor of Shigaraki. That is Deku's W. That is no one is gonna get that lick in but him. Like we know.
I was hoping that maybe she'd be like a broken leg and she could mend up and come back.
They did that with Mirko. I actually.
You know what? You right.
I would have been upset because
they did that with Mirko, Hawks. And therefore they let them live.
Yeah, I was like, they can't just keep saying everyone's battle wounded. It is half cyborg and stuff now. Like, I mean,
half cyborg.
Because we haven't had a big kill since like Midnight in them. So I'm like, I really do actually kind of, as much as I like Star like everyone else, like I think that she was the homie. She repped our country proud. I think it was very bold for them to open the show with this really cool character that you're like, I can't wait to know all the things. You get a little bit of backstory there, and they're like, we're going to kill her. Because like some people argue, it wasn't long enough for us to feel connected to this character. Y'all, we wouldn't be so upset if she was a faceless character. Like there was definitely something there. And I think they could always do prequels with All Might's time in America. We could always see more of Cassie to appreciate her.
Is why it's such a connecting feeling. That's in some ways All Might's protege, just maybe not directly, but somebody to meet somebody who's so close to All Might without all
inspired her.
So close, and because All Might is basically like he was inspired by America, and then he inspired her. So they kind of like
inspired each other in its whole sense. Also, keep in mind this, I'm like I really do appreciate the international brevity of everything, because at the end of the day, she probably could have been a candidate for the hell. But I think Japan was like, no, we got to keep this in this country. Like, we don't care who the candidates are. We got to keep this on the home front. So it was always going to be another Japanese person that got it. But I think that's a cool kind of little nugget reminder of like all these things that could have lined up to make sure that like we were prepared for when All For One was going to do what he did. And they kind of just selfishly acted within their own regime in their own regards. I mean, I'm speaking way in conspiracy. I have a conspiracy hat on now, but I always kind of remember, and I never will forgive All Might for giving his power to Deku. I don't care what anybody says. I'm never gonna. I don't care. I'll never forgive him, because I was like, this is bigger. This was bigger than that being a little homie trying his best. This is always bigger than that. It goes back to like episode 1.
Honestly, Ninja, I'm a ride with you. You know what? You're absolutely right. With Deku is a candidate for One for All. Hold up, is it One for All for One? So what? Yeah, One for All.
One for All. Yeah.
He's a candidate for All for One. I mean, sorry, for One for All in peacetime. You know what I'm saying? He's a young guy. He's hopeful. You can raise him up. But it's not peacetime when we come into the show. One for All is still out. You need a candidate that's ready to fight now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in peacetime, Deku makes sense. But honestly, in wartime, someone like Cassie makes more sense. Because it's like, yo, I need someone. Or
Lemillion, Cassie.
But didn't they explain that you really don't need to have a quirk to have it?
But we don't know any of that, including none of us even know that until like what, season 6?
But they said it though. I mean, it's still there. I'm just saying they did.
But it's not really a point, because we knew there was a international threat just ready. We knew that that was always. All Might was hit so bad that he never recovered. His whole torso is KO'd. And like Mike said, it's not like it was like, oh, we're just gonna naturally find a predecessor. It was like they were grooming people. They were grooming Mirio. Like they were like, this is an active threat. And he was just like, nah, this kid I met on the street. Like, no, I'm never gonna forgive
this kid that
I get the writing of it, but I'm never gonna forgive the character of All Might for not thinking that through. I'm just not.
What's his name? What was his other protege? Midnight, the one who died. Yeah, he was a big death too. He was actually his sidekick, because he killed.
If you needed someone who didn't have powers, maybe choose someone who's like a national judo champ or a national boxing gold medalist.
Or at least someone who has the body to take on to the power. Deku's body is
He won't ready.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a proper host. So I just think that was sloppy work.
But he got it
He's
ready.
ready now.
And he got it ready now, but at what cost? There is now.
Because all for one done set it off.
She look like he had popcorn going off on him inside him, and now he got to fight Deku.
Let me
it's
go
about to be on and popping.
Ideology, like on my first brain, Night Eye ain't necessarily wrong, and y'all ain't necessarily wrong. But I guess in relation to the show, it can't just be about the body. It got to be about the spirit, the heart, and all that. To have something like that rolling in your body.
Cassie and Mirio don't have the spirit and the heart? Like that insinuates they don't have the spirit or the heart.
For them, because I'm going to go back to what they said. They didn't need to have that power to have one for one. It may not work. It might have.
It doesn't matter if they had the power or not, just like you said. It also is the spirit and the heart. I'm like someone who was training for a long period of time.
I think Deku being a person who identified the most with All Might, not having powers, not born with a quirk.
I didn't know that when he saw this kid on the street.
He made the decision. I'm sorry. I feel like, I know it happened on the street. Besides that, I think if in the other setting, he figured it out.
You know, I get like
it was done to be sentimental.
He was like, man, it's touching this kid. He just really. You know, he just really embodies the spirit. But it's
I'm
like
not saying
he ain't ready.
I'm not saying that he's not, Keith. I'm not saying Coop. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying because we wouldn't have the story that we have if it didn't happen. But that's why I was like, I don't know if I blame the writing or if I more so just or if that's just showing All Might's character flaw, maybe. I mean, no characters really shouldn't be perfect, but that should show that was a very human decision he made. And it also was at the fault and detriment of people died, man.
I'll agree with you on this. Night Eye wasn't necessarily wrong, and you're not necessarily wrong. It was at the detriment. He did make a flaw, and probably right how he gave it. But I guess I'm sentimental the other way. But yes, in real life, I would say you got to have the body, but I would just say that you got to have. Not saying that Cassie and Lemillion don't, because they're beautiful. They're wonderful people. I love, Lemillion. I think he's dope. I love his powers. I love his attitude or whatever. Cassie, I wish she could have been around longer. I like to see the All Might kind of family, if you will, still been around. Except for Night Eye, he was crazy, but I mean, he was wrong.
Yeah,
he wasn't right.
We never got to see we were robbed of the family picture, the All Might family picture, sort of like the Bat family.
Yeah, they're kind of like his.
We were robbed of that family picture with all them standing together. Man, come on, man.
That would have been dope.
She did have the antenna. She did have the antenna. She had the cape. She looked good. The cape. She swole.
My girl said she had 8 of them joints.
She got 8 of them.
Oh,
like the cool jets surrounding her and the star thing. Come on, man.
You gonna have. It's hard to come in on a shonen with a better intro than that on jets. That is about as USA.
Shorty was surfing on a jet.
Jim Duggan can come in with a 2x4 yelling USA is more USA than that.
She was Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. The way she was flying on them jets.
Yo, I remember watching it.
It was corny. It was great. Rest in peace.
I remember watching it.
It was corny and great. Like
it felt like
it was outstanding. Corny, but great. Oh, I definitely enjoyed it. I said it the last episode that I'm like that was just a really neat. That's a physically strong, looks physically strong woman that was she was Cassie. She went by her first name with her squad. Like she was.
Yeah, she didn't talk down to her squad or something.
Yeah, it was a cool portrayal of even American military. I think it's like you go in with your troop,
Beautiful.
Your squad.
With the way they talk to each other. When she felt down and they lift her spirit up, I this is so beautiful. And I knew she was going to die. I was like, I already knew. I know it's happening soon, but how fast is it going to happen? I didn't think it was going to happen in episode 2. I damn, they really about to dock this out right now? It's almost as bad as Wolverine getting his.
I'll say this though, they have to keep that momentum though. That's the only thing though, is you start out in the first 2 episodes doing all that, you can't just let things just go numb. Because it's always 20 to 25 episodes per season.
Yeah, they got a lot
My
of
Hero.
episodes.
So I was like, you got a lot of cover. So either we gonna keep running or it's gonna taper off real fast for a little bit.
Right.
I'm gonna just say this.
I'm hoping it doesn't, because that was that undead energy.
My favorite part of what Cassie did when she popped up, like the conversation within the body, when she popped up damn near as a Reaper, it was like, hold up. And Hellboy started doing the explosion dance. He was,
Yeah.
And then, but that boy, I tell you, that one fall.
Hey,
Called her
that,
the
that boy
Spectre.
looked like Smokey in the first Friday when he
But
hit the
I
He
tell
hit the
you,
angel dust.
the angel
all
dust.
for
He
one,
had
man.
he was popping and locking, boy. I
He
loved
is
it.
I will
so
say that there's this one thing that it's not necessarily a plot hole, but it is one little issue that I had with her quirk, is that like when and this was in episode 1, not episode 2, when she calls out Shiraki's name and then it doesn't work because they break it down. They say because his perception is that he don't know what he is exactly. I call shenanigans because quirks typically, for the most part, are based off of you and your energy and your perception. So I found it kind of strange that they're like, oh, I was like, how would the quirk know? How would the quirk know that this guy does not perceive himself as that his government name no more? I thought that was a little weird.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I mean, they break it down, so it's fine. But it was one little moment where I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little reachy. Sometimes they get a little reachy on us.
Because he even says, "Oh, if I still went by that name and thought I was that name, I would definitely die." I'm like, well, don't do that because that goes plot armor then. Because I'm like,
plot
y'all
armor?
need the way.
Villain plot armor? I guess that's all we can explain it.
It's a little, but the explanation to me is just like quirks are within your own DNA.
True.
So I'm like, how does someone else's brain and brain power, or whatever, like negate your quirk? Like, how does that even actually work? Like, that's a genuine question. I'm not doing it to be like facetious.
No.
Like, I'm asking.
It gets a little reachy because I guess all it says is like, I guess you gotta explain it to affect the biological being. They have to know it has to identify themselves.
And I'm like, how would the quirk be able to do all that? It's just a little. I call it a little sus.
It's like the quirk had a little checklist.
Yeah, it's not a red flag, but it's your yellow flag on the play. It was a yellow flag on the play.
Recognize who he is. No, I'm sorry. I cannot go through with this today.
Also, part of him still recognizes himself as Shiraki, which is why we had some of the things that went down the way they did. So I'm like, his heart should have at least slowed down.
So I need to recognize myself as a baller and a shot caller, not broke, and then I would too be rich. Keith Cooper, you are balling. My quirk says yes.
Oh Lord.
All right. Oh man, see, only here, y'all. Now, one thing I do like to add to the whole American or the international thing is we see Salam is like, his government is like, bro, we need you here. But then we see the fighters come to All Might and everybody and be like, look, we know she's gone, but here's all the data that we captured. You know what I'm saying? Because usually we see these shows where it's like spy shows or something like, we're never going to give up our information that we have to, you know what I'm saying, to whoever, Britain, the Russians, France, whatever. But they were like, look, we got all this data, you know what I'm saying? We're sharing it with you because
it's how you know it's a Japanese show. Because America would not be giving nothing to Japan, barely. They would give it to everybody else you just named. They'll give it to England. All the Axis powers, they ain't giving it to Japan.
Yeah, they would be a little sus. They would be a little suspicious to give it to Japan just off the fact that this issue came from Japan.
Seriously.
Yeah. Like that. I mean, it would be a little like, y'all started this mess.
Yeah, it's your boy that instead of killing him, y'all decided to keep him in jail. Now, this dude done set off uprisings of villains worldwide that we got to deal with, and we just lost our top hero.
It's starting to feel real Winter Soldier like. It's starting to feel real Winter Soldier like.
Yo, man, look, I'm gonna keep it real. If we look back, if they would have just been like, yo, man, why don't you you caught this dude, going to put him to death, he's way too dangerous. Nah, we just gonna put him in jail. All right, but I'm telling you, I think he's gonna
put him in the refrigerator.
Nah, it's gonna be all right. We just gonna put him in jail.
He ain't gonna never get out.
Now everybody getting beat up worldwide because y'all decided y'all was gonna put him in jail. Sweet little Lord. But I do like that they shared the data because I think the data is going to come back into play. I think even her attack on his quirks and his psyche or whatever is going to come back into play later in the season.
I'm back.
And also,
Y'all hear me?
I think this season will keep on moving pretty fast because the way generally they kind of do their seasons is like they break them up in a way where there's not a lot of lulls. So they should be all right. Or they could do it similar to like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. used to do, where it's like you got 24 episodes or you got 26 episodes or whatever, but it's really like three smaller stories with one main story. So maybe
those
maybe
are the
that's
good
how they'll rock
seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, they used to that long original boring one or crazy one.
The best season was the Ghost Rider season with the LMD, but that's a whole other story. But at least I don't think we'll have a lot of lulls here because at least show wise, it seems like we're getting to the point where there ain't gonna be no time for them to chill.
I mean, you should be happy, Mike. They said you got 1 week. Get strong. Start getting strong.
They said, look, we got 1 week and we getting into training. So you know what? Speaking of training, this is a good way to go in there and segue. Now I know Ninja, you haven't seen Demon Slayer, so I ain't gonna hold you. If you got a balance, go on and say peace to the people. I ain't gonna put that Demon Slayer, info out there like that.
Yeah, I just couldn't make it happen this week, but I will catch up as quickly as I can. So I will bow out at this time. Ninja Sama Cosplay.
Appreciate you.
Always and forever,
Ninja,
forever and
one thing
always.
though. Ninja, one question.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a Cassie cosplay?
So the thing is, when I did
Ninja got guns, y'all. She got guns.
When I did All Might last year, everybody there, grandmammy was like, first of all, there's had people that are like, is this Star? And I'm like, no, because I knew who the character was. And then they were like, everyone's like, oh, you should do Star Strike. You should do Star Strike. Just because I did Gingerbread All Might. I was like, well, I was already halfway there. So we will see. Because I do like the character a lot. I think it'd be really cool to see a melanated version of her.
We made a Kaiju.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
So we shall see. Maybe DragonCon. Let's see. We'll put a pin in it. We'll see. I'm not saying no.
A mask off.
Yeah.
All right.
It's win either way. Thanks, Ninja.
Always. Yeah. Check y'all later at the Ninja Cosplay. Still prepping for MomoCon and literally painting Cyclops pieces as we speak. So it's happening in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I'm doing a Viltrumite. I'm doing Cyclops, and then I'm bringing back Vegeta. So that's the main line.
And all the problematic faves.
Yeah, I was like,
when did Cyclops become problematic? Is Cyclops problematic?
All he's guilty of is being a little, for the streets, which is every X-Man ever. Which is every to get your X-Man card, you have to be a little bit for the streets.
Because ever since
paintbrush, ain't nobody worried about no sight.
Ever since Cyclops went revolutionary, I've been down with him. So you know what I'm saying. We were, Cyclops cool now, back in the day, he was a little sus,
Yo,
like, come on, you too by the book.
Bo DeMayo made Cyclops cool, made him cool again.
Like he basically, it's funny, he took the Cyclops from the current time, but injected him into the 90s timeline. Because like Cyclops don't get like this until like in the comics until like around maybe like 06-ish, 08-ish, something like that. So
comic book time,
Yeah,
they're ramping it up. They're ramping it up. They're expediting it a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta move it along a little bit.
Yeah, they're like, we gotta keep it moving, especially the way they're greenlighting the seasons, and they're gonna try to roll them out quicker. So it's not like once a year or nothing like that. So it should roll pretty quickly. So they got plans.
Yeah, that's what's up. But anyway, go on. Peace out, Ninja. Much love.
I'm out.
Thanks, sister.
All right, y'all. Now, in the training, we got Demon Slayer. The big dog is back, y'all. What
Go ahead, Mike. Take it
Demon
away for all the training love that you want to give.
Look, it is about conditioning your body to be able to handle a demon from any level, any stage of its evolution.
Somebody play the Rocky music.
Man, look, play that Hearts on Fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Look, we gotta
go Rocky 1.
Oh, they got
Hearts of. We ain't ready for Hearts of Fire. It's beautiful but corny. But Rocky
he
1.
ran up a mountain like. Come on, you gotta give it to him.
I like Rocky 1, the down and out Rocco.
No, I like Rocky 1, but nah, you bugging. Hearts of Fire.
he was like doing squats with like a log.
I
like,
guess.
on,
all right, he was doing picking up logs and throwing trees in the snow.
But this episode, it's a long episode. It's kind of like the movie that everybody got. It's sort of like a long episode / OVA kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I like about this is that we see a different tactic from demons now. It's way more, at least from what we've seen, way more bold than it used to be.
I mean,
like, way more bold. And I like that. I like to see like, okay, cool. Nezuko's made a change. Now the demons got new tactics. You know what I'm saying? And seeing the opening up with a chase scene basically with this seemingly demon by itself. So I'm like, all right, cool. We got like this kind of investigation, chase scene, action scene starting out. I like it. They know how to come back. They knew how to come back. They knew what they were doing.
This is why we saw it in the theater, Mike. I know it wasn't necessarily rigid. It was more of an OVA this time to give them some credit. It wasn't just a plain cut of the TV show that happened. Well, they did do show some last season. It still was dope though. But they did edit it a little bit better.
This is actually like an OVA. This is actually like an OVA.
They paired it in the movie theater. They paired it with the ending of season 3. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't roll the credits and then come back on.
Thank you.
They rolled it into one movie time.
I'm glad y'all got to experience it that way. Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad y'all got to experience it.
I just want to say that, like, look, they heard us. Shout out to UFO, however you say their name,
Ufotable, I guess.
Ufotable, the dude who avoided jail time. Shout out to you.
I say UFO table.
I know, because we from Baton Rouge.
UFO table.
I was gonna say you fight table, but
Oh wow. Ufotable. Yes, let me put in my muscle memory to say it right. Don't you look? All you people out there, all you weaves, look, man. We 40-year-old black man. Y'all shut up and deal with it.
We fight too. We are from the generation that throw hands. So
let me say it like Shaq.
I'm just let that be known. I put that out there all the time.
Shaq
if you see Dub will give you a hug, and Dub will give you a black eye. Whatever you ask for.
Wow.
I feel the orders.
Mark gives you a whole calling card of his services that he will serve to you.
Oh, hey. But like for real, man.
Everything I love.
Yo, I mean, you got to give it to him because he out here serving them up. He's serving them up with that serpent breathing. You know what I'm saying? Look, bruh. This opening is awesome. I like this opening because
they are not BSing with the animation.
No, not at all.
The wind. I don't know who was colder. I love how Wind Hashira was walking through the hall. He's like, look.
He was like,
man, just get out the way a little bit. Get out the way. Then he did the slash techniques with this. Like he was doing the big step walk.
Yeah.
But he still was killing it with the technique. But that running though, man, and that jumping.
The way they were like, but sort of like in this kind of behind the enemy line situation.
Yeah,
is awesome to me.
It shows you.
It's like, oh snap, hold up, they switching up tactics. Because even the Hashira, which you generally would think, okay, by now, the Hashira, they know stuff because they're the big dogs. They know things. Even they're like, hold up, what's going on? Why are the demons like this?
They never swarm like this. This much. For like, we don't know if old boy what his
I mean, he wasn't ranked, but he was, I guess, humanoid. In fact, I never even seen demons that look that mindless.
They were like, do demons even get along like this? Like, I've never seen them like cooperate.
Yeah, because these are kind of like ghouls or demon minions, sort of.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing in Demon Slayer, but I guess, I don't know if old boy just like, all right, pump out a few. Because he didn't even, what's his name? Muzan didn't even seem like he liked making demons. He's just like, I'm doing it just because I got to get me. This is the easiest way to do it. But if it was like, if he didn't have to make clones, it sounded like he wouldn't have made none of y'all. And he just would have kept all the stuff to himself. And like, don't even have nobody talk back to him. Because, I mean, you see how he just killed people. Like, it ain't nothing like, oh, you ain't do your job? It's like, look, I need you over here. I can't actually teleport everywhere. So
and
you kind of do need those.
They've kind of, to a certain degree, the demons have taken some hard L's, which worries me about this season. Because shows generally, if shows are written well, they don't let the bad guys just take L's forever and the good guys never take a L.
I mean,
so they think about this. They lost the demons in the entertainment district, then turn around, lost 2 more demons in the Swordsmith Village district. And technically, the good guys have had no losses. Yes, the flashy ninja, he retired, but he's not dead.
I mean,
so technically he's still around to train up other people and give them his, and he can still put back on he can put the suit back on.
He ain't put it back on.
But I'm just saying, he's not dead. He's not gone.
He
the
said,
demons have lost a lot. The demons have lost a lot without us losing a lot.
Can I say this though?
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if you look at it through Muzan eyes, he won. He found out his theory works. He don't care about
all
them.
he really wanted was to know if you could live in the daytime. And he's like, now I know.
Right.
He only made foot soldiers to go do what he needed to do.
Yeah, because these are essentially pawns, so that he happy. He's not really tripping.
Even like we saw in the last season, like he cares nothing for his subordinate demons. Like he just they are there. I literally make y'all as like tools. Y'all are my hands.
It's like he ain't worried about that pomp and circumstance anymore. The only person he probably really, I ain't even say he respected, is the whatever the guitar, whatever it called, the bygone lady who do the little, she take care of the infinite mansion, because he's not always there. So she's kind of like, the house attendant over it.
You know what? I'll give you that, because in keeping with that, they let them into the mansion just to see it, just to kick them out. I think because technically they could have trapped them in there and killed them.
But they don't even want them to have the ability to get out to knowledge, and maybe who knows how it works.
Because Muzan could have trapped them in there and killed them, but he didn't. So
Muzan probably isn't there.
True.
So, yeah, I don't think Muzan was aware of what was going on with him.
Yeah, they just like
I think he would have killed them if he knew they were there.
Absolutely. But I think he's just like, look, get some demons, let them in. we gonna get ready, because
yeah, because there was
that's
a lot
another
of
thing. Come on,
a whole this look. I love that scene when it's like insurmountable odds. It's like, even though they're easy to kill, it's so many of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, imagine that many demons, because we saw many more. That many demons up against the guys that were training to be Hashira. That would have been a lot different.
Well, they're not training to be Hashira. They was just training to be good.
Well, true. But I mean, any training at all, because you saw the 2 guys that were downstairs. They were kind of struggling a little bit.
Well, they were struggling because they not Hashira, but they did cut a head or 2.
Yeah, I think they took down 3 of them.
He said, "Get out of here."
I was
like, he was like, y'all.
When Hashira is a jerk,
but he ain't wrong. They probably would have got
nice with him, but he is a jerk.
Cause he like, I gotta let loose. Like, I might cut y'all up too, but I mean, he did. They were like, get out of here.
He's a jerk.
I was like, oh man, what's these dudes' names? First of all, they nice. Shout out to them. They was cold. You saw how they pulled up? They pulled their little swords out like they going in there with guns. Like they the police. They're like, hold up, get my sword out.
Yo, look, at least they didn't get scared. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get scared. So, they didn't get scared. Props to them.
This is what I love about the Demon Slayers. Like you say, insurmountable odds. Just the concept of, I don't know, maybe not to get religious or something, but the fact that you are giving your soul and your whole to save humanity, and you are kind of you doing a thankless job. You are the thankless hero, because remember, the world don't even know this is going on.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't even remember. This is the end of the samurai. Samurais cannot legally wear their swords in the human world right now. So you can be arrested for being a demon slayer. So this is how much of heroes they have to be. And them dudes, and then, looking at them, I kind of, for some reason, they look like they kind of look like Tanjiro like. They look like poor country kids, but kind of fly. I kind of like the scarf thing. I don't know. Something about their design was just nice.
Iguro kind of looks smooth. He kind of cool with his. Even I'm gonna just say Sheena, because Sheena Zugawa is mad long. So Sheena with the Wind Hashira, he cool. It's just that he been nice for too long. He be smelling himself.
He
so, you know what I'm saying? He
Bakugo singing because
he especially him and was it Tomioka? I got questions. I want to throw it to y'all. What do y'all think is going on with Tomioka or Tomioka? What do you think is going on with him? Because dude is definitely they said yo, you a Hashira, you need to be here too. And he was like, nah, man, I'm out.
I feel like it's going to lead something with
Muzan.
Maybe Muzan or the guy or or number one. I feel like it's like crossing that ultimate sword path. That Tommy, he's the weird. I ain't gonna say the weirdest one, but maybe the weirdest.
He's a water Hashira. Maybe their water's in opposition to fire.
And maybe there's something he just got to do. I won't even say.
Yeah, because I was trying to read it, and I maybe the master's condition maybe hurt him a lot. Maybe it touched him, and he was like,
that's too.
I don't know. I mean, because I couldn't really read the situation.
I guess he being water, he's like naturally other than the snake guy, because he's even more cold than the snake guy. The snake guy was like, "Yeah, man, I'm here, man. Like, I don't like, these other guys, but hey, man, I'm with y'all." Like, he like
Kanroji though.
Oh, that's his lady,
Oh, he put the Mac down, and look, when he came back safe, she was like, "Oh, what up, boo?" I was like, "Yeah, I see y'all.
I'm just gonna say this as nice as I can. He ain't going nowhere, but he ain't going nowhere, and I can't blame him.
Man, look, he
ain't going nowhere.
Iguro know good and well.
Man,
he like, I'm gonna stay right here with my boo.
I thought, I don't know. I guess I was still rooting for young Commodore.
Nah,
you
man,
know what?
He
close, but Iguro, he already got that foundation laid.
He ain't nowhere near close. That's all Snake Man. Like Commodore, he a saint right about now. So and that's good. That's fine.
But I like seeing them. I like seeing them strategize what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it, and seeing them putting it in motion in this episode.
Shout out to the pastor. The pastor say, "Sit and listen."
And everybody was like, "Oh snap!" They could feel like the spiritual pressure. I know that's a different show.
Let me preach to you real quick, to your spirit.
He was like,
he never look. He always crying. I don't know. He need one of them scarves, them towels for his face. But he just like that brother ain't got no pupils. I think he scared me the most, more than Snake Man.
The reason I think he scared me the most is because dude ain't got no weapon, and it's like he a Hashira, so it's like
he got prayer beads.
You know this dude about to do something.
He got monk beads,
and he over the strength training.
Yeah,
let me tell you, I've worked out with strength training dudes that look like that. I don't like to. I'm not eating enough protein.
They'd be like, all right, we're gonna warm up with 200 push-ups. You'd be like, hold up,
first of all,
warm up.
This is one of the best things about this episode. Shout out to the Flashy Hashira. I just love his little exposition. He's like, look, y'all,
Like, look, I'm kind of the nice Hashira, and I'm better than y'all, and I'm running up this hill forwards and backwards, and look at you. He said, do you not know what they about to do to you? And then you show it, and he was like, what he said, the strength trainer is going to make you throw your humanity away. I'm like, what?
He was like, I can't pass y'all on because they're going to be like, I didn't like discipline y'all good enough. So.
But Flashy would make me sick. I'm like, you super strong mother effer. Like, I get it, you Hashira, but like, bro,
shouts out to Shorty's made a full like buffet dinner out that piece. I was like,
this man in his evening robe, after drinking sake, flying up the hill. You out here with your shirt off.
Yep,
and
he
you work out
and
pants.
down the hill.
He ran up and down the hill and whack you with a wooden sword.
And then got 3 breezies with, you know what I'm saying, 3 breezies just out there. I'm gonna just say out there.
3 wives.
But they still breezies. You know what I'm saying?
You give them that proper name, sir.
Well, all right, he got 3 wives. They done made like 200 dishes.
Sure did, man. Shout out to them.
They cook a mean fish dinner. You know what I'm saying?
And they can fight. She can cook and she can fight. I know that sounds wrong, but it's true.
It's true, man. They did a whole, investigation and spy thing into the
got no poisons.
Yeah,
poisons. Got knife work. And shout out to the Onigiri. Look, man, I want some Onigiri. I had Onigiri first time this year. Shout out to Onigiri 225. Dope. You find them in Baton Rouge, eat with them.
Yo, I love how even the wives are like, don't be so angry. He was like, man, I got to. If I send them to the next hospital, they're going to be mad at me.
Like, y'all here making me look like scrubs.
Because if I send you over there and I taught you the first form and you go over there and your first form looks sloppy, you're going to be like, why you teach them this sloppy form?
Hey, he was going to be
Paul,
like,
not Pat Beverly's.
If it's out of me and you, it's going to be you. It ain't going to be me.
I'm sending Kobe Bryant. I ain't sending, I don't know.
What's that boy from Philly that can't shoot? What's that?
Tobias Harris? I don't know.
No, Sin Bimmons.
Oh, Ben.
Lynn Bennings.
Oh, man. Look, I'm trying to step y'all game up. But notice who we didn't see in the training yet. Oh, yeah. We ain't see my trio, because my trio is back. They back together.
I mean, we already know who gonna be
now.
The
I mean,
next
are we gonna be able to call them a
Hashira
quartet now? Since we got I can't think of his name. Got the shaved head, half demon kind of self.
No.
Are we gonna call them a quartet?
No.
They ain't gonna be singing together. All right, cool, no doubt.
I mean, well, if he's singing together, he ain't quite part of, it ain't, they had 3 Migos, they ain't have 4. All right.
They did have a hidden musketeer though. They did have 4 of those.
All right, word. So maybe.
I'm just saying.
But I can't wait to see them train. Cause just like in Fire Force when they did that training, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I want to see my people grow. You know what I'm saying?
I think in the movie they showed a little bit. I think they did 2 episodes. I think you saw them a little bit training. So it ain't gonna be much unless they extend it. It ain't gonna be much in the next episode. Zenitsu get on my nerves, so he does his training. But everybody ripped up though. Everybody's about to get ripped up like a Nosuke.
Zenitsu is like. Zenitsu is basically there's a character like that, all through. I mean,
Zenitsu, my guy. I don't know what Kubio.
It's basically Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
Zenitsu,
Hyde.
real dude.
Zenitsu
saw the love of his life and went into full creep mode.
I totally understand. I totally get him. He's the reflection. He holds up the mirror of the reflection in your inner parts that I don't like. But I get it. Look, that man trying to win.
You saw all them washed out demon slayers. They was just floating down the river.
Dead.
Man, they was washed out. But the Wind Hashira was like, y'all weak. Y'all got to get better.
The Wind Hashira was like, y'all weak because y'all not making me better so I can get my temperature up. He ain't worried about they trading.
He like, I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get the little marks on my face.
Shout out to me. Like, man, I love that it's somebody like Mahito, the love Hashira, and I love that they not like
it's something beautiful about when the Yubiki, or however you say the name, Yabasa, Miss Yabasa acknowledged Tanjiro. Like Tanjiro resonated this mark, and he's not even a Hashira.
Nope.
Like this boy is like he is the chosen one, for real, for real. Like he is the prophecy coming to fulfillment. Like he makes us better, and we have to figure out how to manifest this because we need that original fire, first form breathing, which is the sun. Which the only person who might have that right now is Tanjiro. Fire. It ain't just fire. He gotta have actual sun breathing, possibly to kill what's his face. Like you gotta be hotter than hot. Burn bright as the sun, a day of the sun to kill the darkness or something.
I want to give a shout out to anime in general. With anime, all these characters when they be training and they be having like the pants with like the socks pull it up on their pants. I was like, man, this remind me of back in the 80s when they used to be in the aerobics classes. I was like, they got the socks all up, pushing the pants up. I was like, all right, I see y'all getting y'all workout on. I was like, I'll see y'all. Okay. I'll see y'all getting your workout on. Then you got
it was so funny.
You got the Miss Hashira, like y'all whack.
Them dang slayers and training, man. Their bodies was all floating down the river. I was like, yo, they all ripped up and cut up, and it don't even matter. They are not ready.
Everybody got abs, and they dying. It's just.
Yo, shouts out to abs, because kids be thinking abs can do everything.
Everybody built like BBL Drizzy.
My son said, I can't wait till you get abs, because then you'll be able to pick up the car. I was like, I can't wait to get abs either, but if I do have abs, I don't know if I'll be able to pick up the car though. I was like,
this ain't Spider-Man, son.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to pick up the car. I mean, that'll be our
radioactive spider.
Yo, all right, mad random tangent. The young Skillet said, when I'm a teenager, can I get bit by a radioactive spider? I was like, well, I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, that's not really my choice. And no, I don't want you to get bit by a radioactive spider because I don't know what's going to happen.
Tell him I keep exposing myself to the radiation from my spectrometer at work, and I have not developed any superpowers. I mean, I just have a migraine.
You ain't gonna get superpowers. You just gonna be able to tell the future for like 7 seconds, like Madam Web or something. I don't know.
Shouts out to the best movie. Man, look, when y'all saw that trailer, y'all should have just been like, let's. You know what? Let's go. Let's just put this out on CW or something.
Man, that would been an insult to CW almost. But anyway.
I know we gotta move on because we had an hour now, so I know we gotta move on. But Demon Slayer, go and drop your thoughts on Demon Slayer because I'm just glad it's back. I'm glad it's back and it's good.
And unfortunately, hopefully, these other animes stay in Mike rotation because he like, I don't know, he go hit that Sandman button on you if you ain't coming with it. So
well, everybody else was cool. Like, I'll hit real quick. Because I'm assuming we've all seen Kaiju, right?
Yes.
All right, so Kaiju was good this week. At least I enjoyed it.
Yes, it was.
It's good every week.
Man,
no, bro. I'm just gonna say this. Like, you can call me spoiled king, whatever. I'm not gonna spoil nothing. I'm a man who I done read.
It's cool. Everybody that's watching this has seen the episode. At least
chapters. I done read 60 chapters of the book. In fact, I read all.
You about to tell everybody.
I read all the collected chapters they have, so everything else is loose chapters that I have to get from the.
You about to go tell it on the mountain.
I ain't gonna tell it. I'm just gonna say it is damn good. Like, there's gonna be not much letdown in this anime. I say that with not a certification of, as far as I know, they can always change something in animation. Everything I know, I mentioned Fire Force. What we also love about Demon Slayer when it comes to like the ranking and just like team and stuff like that, and you saw how Star and Stripe was with her military bros. you're gonna get this and then some. And and sometimes it's good when a story know how to hold back, but it's gonna when it's gonna explode. I'm telling you, everything that they gonna animate in that show for the rest of this season and beyond, awesome. It's gonna be great.
I'm digging it for real, man.
It's gonna be great.
I'm glad it's back. I'm glad it's here. Reno, Kafka being like, you know what, I gotta step my game up. So he's staying up studying late. You got the vice captain being like, well, you talking about my spot. So what you talking about? Like all this, and him being like, he gotta be with us because I love laughing at this guy. Like it's
Kafka. Like I like the vice captain, man. Vice captain was like, yo, look, he really was helpful because he understands Kaiju's physiology, but also
I like laughing.
He's hilarious. Like
he's hilarious. Like
this is such a gloomy place, and he bring the laughs. And Kafka remind me of my dad. My dad was funny when he wasn't trying to be. He was serious. He was he was hilarious.
Vice captain.
Kafka was so excited about that 1% because he was like, I was at 0%.
What was he?
Well, honestly, he did something no one else did too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that is something new.
I mean, yeah, it's bad when you can't draw the power of the suit that they spent this money on. And what old boy said, look, if you don't pull, all right, great, you got your 1%. You gonna be fired in 3 months, bro. It's like, come on, dog.
Yo, but not before he declared his love to his woman though. But he was basically like, I love you, girl. Yo, he was like, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud.
I mean,
everybody turned around like, what?
I don't think they're gonna do that. Like love, but I think it's a good friendship. Love. I think it's platonic, but he cares for her, obviously.
Oh, he cares for her.
He cares for her, but yeah, everybody is also like realized when they were childhood friends. Like, you childhood friends, they got jealous. They wouldn't let them go. Damn, they killed him in the hot tub.
Yo, my man was swimming in the hot tub. I mean, just laid up in the hot tub.
Speaking of animation and training or something. Now, I told Marcus, as somebody who, you know how usually a manga is kind of, for the most part, it's 1-to-1 on most scenes. But this reminds me of what animation could do that you can't get in the book. The scenes of where they're like, where you see them training over and over again and the tiger and stuff. That extra depth, layer that you can't get in a comic book is something that's beautifully done in this anime. Like, I really got to stress this. What you saw in this episode and how they dropped the soundtrack and the score, that was such good vibes. Like, I got to be honest. When I give something, say, that's Adult Swim feeling right there, that's a high compliment. Because, Adult Swim, they like the hip hop and stuff with it.
Yep.
And that's the way we got introduced to so many great anime. And the Adult Swim Toonami bumps are great. It felt like a big Toonami bump, and it just felt right. Like, yeah, they get it. They get it. Whatever they brain wavelength they working on, clearly they working right, and they get who their audience is. Like, this is definitely, I know it's more geared probably to, like, say, use these terms. It's skewing towards Gen Z, but they know that millennial can appreciate it, I should say. And like, it's probably, it's made by millennials who are making this, definitely no older than like a little bit than late Gen Z people. So they get the vibes that why the music would sound like this, why they would probably be like skewing this a little bit younger for a whole audience to be able to get it. But that's why it makes Kafka so more beautiful, that he gets to be this, old in their minds. He's still young by our standards. He's 32, but
yeah,
he might as well be 40. The way they acting,
they act, he might as well be 60.
Old man, like old man, like who are you talking to?
I mean, he's older, but I don't know if I call him an old man yet.
Well, I guess when you're 19 and everybody's like 30, he's 32.
Yeah, he called himself that. He 32. it is hilarious. Everybody does call him old man. And I was like I said, I must be one of the ancients.
Yeah, because and I do like that meeting that they had. They were like, "Yo, man, his suit compatibility is 0, and who cares?" Vice Captain, Vice Admiral, or I mean, Vice Captain was like, "Yo, he knew how to beat these things, and instead of just being like, I'm gonna run around crazy, he prioritized supporting others rather than his own score."
Yeah, he wasn't trying to get a kill count.
That should be. We may not have a metric for that. But just like shouts out to a lot of players in, whether football or basketball or baseball, there's not really a stat for it. But that player that has, quote, hustle, you know what I'm saying? The one that dives for the loose ball no matter what, the one that, you can't, there's really not a way you can count hustle, but when you see it, you know that kid got it.
When you have it. But in the real world, you know what that metric we call? Wisdom and experience. This man has the experience of cutting these things, cleaning, doing some of the most ungrateful job out there that, for this, but he learned, but Kafka's no dummy.
From a vice captain perspective, maybe not a cadet, but could we not use this dude in the command center?
No.
I mean, be honest.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's be honest. All right. I mean, of course, that doesn't work for the show, but let's think about this. Okay, we're looking at we got 3 level 3s or something, and this is what they. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the level 3s, their tail is weak, and such, and their digest, or the level 5s, such and such, this like this, and their foot is their.
Not for the show, but in real life,
those things
in real life,
like in a real military structure.
He would be an intelligent officer, I guess.
Yeah.
And he probably would rank only so high, but yeah, he would be like a specialist that, we can train you about different spots where to cut so you can make your shots more efficient. That's what he basically did. He would be in the gunnery maybe, or maybe he'll be in science.
Yeah, he'd be like some kind, like the R&D, the intelligence officer, something like that.
Something like a R&D / work with the artillery. So we know where to pinpoint their weaknesses for different types.
Yeah, what kind of metal works on them, what kind doesn't, stuff like that. Maybe poisons that we could use on them. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd know those things because it's like of course, he had to chop these things up and get them off the street and everything. I don't even know where they put all that stuff.
Man, they probably got.
We don't ask that question. I mean, I guess
that's probably so far down the line of reality they're breaking that we just like no.
It's like look, they just throw it in the ocean. Don't worry.
But you know what's funny? Not to like one thing I like about reading the book, they'll just be like talking with his old crew. Like I guess when something happened, but they're like his old boss is like, "Oh, this saw ain't working." Blah blah blah. He's like, "All right, we're gonna cut it at he'll actually say we're gonna cut it at the joint so we can break it apart, kind of like you would a crab or a crustacean, and then we just gonna cut this up in person so we can break it down." So that was like they still, even later in the story, was just like when he talking with the crew, still showing them doing this thing and discussing how to do it. Is like, oh man, this chainsaw, the heat saw, we're wasting money and time. Cut it at the joints, blah blah blah, and let's do this.
See?
Yada yada.
So yeah, in a real military structure, they probably once they saw that they probably would have moved him into that track. Like, you're on the intelligence side. We actually never thought about having someone like you. We need someone like you over here.
Like, you need, like, in real life situations, you need that guy. You need more of him. And in fact, I would say, since the vice captain is definitely into intelligence and other things, I can't wait till y'all see more of him. But he's definitely, I will say this. I know who to compare him to a little bit. Y'all watch Naruto, you watched a lot of Naruto, right? Mike?
Yeah.
So he's like he's like a very intelligent guy sensei.
Okay, all right, word.
Without the stupidity and more youthful, but he's definitely in that Rock Lee guy, Mike guy family, if you will. And if y'all know. Hands. But anyway.
But yeah, man, shout out to this show. This show came through. I guess because I know we super late. I ain't trying to keep you long. We got one more, and I'll we're going to bounce. We got one more because we gotta talk. We gotta talk about Fury, man. We gotta talk about that Windbreaker.
We gotta talk about viral hit real quick for you, Mike, for that episode 5.
Oh, that episode that kind of bummed me out. But yeah, all right.
That bummed you out. That bummed you out.
Go on and talk about it. Go on and talk about the viral hit.
Me and Mark see it. Why did viral hit? The episode I said that would. How did that bump you out? That's the episode this season.
I don't think it was the episode.
How?
Because I really wanted more of a decisive win for my boy, man.
How more decisive do you want?
I wanted a real decisive win. I wanted him to break him down, kind of like Thanos broke the Hulk down. Like that's what I was hoping for.
The boy left school and quit.
I mean,
he slid him across.
He hit him with an overhand right.
And dropped him, and he was slumped.
But I wanted.
He set him up
more.
Lovely.
What more do you want, Mike? Would you thought you were gonna body slam him?
I wanted the 30-piece hit combo that.
He ain't there yet.
But it is coming.
Movie.
It is coming. He ain't there yet.
Time out. Everything can't be Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. Everybody,
I didn't only reference Jujutsu Kaisen. I just referenced Thanos and Infinity War. I can reference other anime as well.
Let's not reference that, and let's not.
I wanted to see more technique. Now, I do like that he won.
He watched how many videos?
You will see more technique.
Videos and he beat his main bully. It's coming. Math, Mike. Math.
Man, I wanted to see more. I want to see more.
Mike, and you say, and you
but
like
he got the respect. He did get his respect.
He's really hitting with, technique.
You did not like that? How did you? The training master. You're the training Padawan or whatever out of here or something.
I like the training.
He eating the nasty protein shakes.
The swimming for the overhead right.
Shouts out to those dudes. Shouts out to those musclehead gym dudes that be like blending beef and like. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all can do that stuff. I know, but he tried it and he puked. I was like, thank you, because that stuff is nasty.
Right. All I'm gonna say is, Mike, can I spoil one thing? Because it's gonna be so far down the line. I don't know if you're gonna stick with it that long. If this don't pick you up, I don't know what will.
I might hang around. This might be like a hang around anime where I like kick it and still peep it out.
Oh wow, I feel you. But he will destroy Paco, rightfully so, way down the line, because he gonna insult his mom in a way that comes at the wrong time. This is not the last whooping that Paco's gonna get, bro.
Okay,
it's not gonna happen this season, but Paco gonna try to cross into that dark side when you get. Because
you love the term deconstruction. That's what I wanted. I wanted this dude to be broke down.
He broke him down.
Nah, I wanted to be like cat. He was snoring. Bam, cladow.
The loss that he got is going to lead to a bigger ass whooping. I promise you. Because I promise you, it's gonna be so. I'm just gonna have to send you the video from Black Master Dante. You might have to see it in print. Because he gonna break.
Shout out to Black Master Dante.
He gonna break him down. What he gonna do to Paco is, you think he was slumped? Nah, he gonna be really slumped. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. That's all I got. I just had to give Hobbin his shout out. I don't know, bro.
I do like that he swept the leg. He tired him out. You know what I'm saying? Then he gave him that overhand right. So that was smart.
Bro, he learned 2 moves, 3 videos, and he beat his first major bully, who pulled his pants down and made him look bad in front of his girl. His possible girlfriend.
Yeah, that humiliation. I felt that when he did that. He, and man, she walked off with Munsong, and I felt defeated when that happened.
I did feel bad when he pulled his clothes off. I was like, "Dang, man, you ain't gotta do that, man."
And look, I just love what he said. I know anime characters always crying, this and that, blah blah. But when somebody has been tortured by life so much, and people, he said, I am not a loser or blah blah blah, and just say, look, man, I'm a human. Basically, like, my life is hard, bro. And a lot of people, I don't know, maybe it's just us as older people. try to check. I would implore younger people, check for the humanity in these characters and what they really telling you. We get there's always gonna be fights and this and that. Just look at the empathy that you need to express for this character. I get it. He might be a dork. He might be hard to look at, this and that. That man was getting beat, bullied. His dad ain't around. His mom is sick. He got to be the breadwinner. He lonely, and life is hard, bro. You celebrate a win like that.
Man, when he got the respect for Monso.
That was beautiful, man. Because I felt that. I felt
like,
that.
You celebrate, like, and you understand why that man ain't necessarily like, oh yeah, I did it. Oh, he's like, no, he's so happy, he's so relieved that he was releasing sorrow, how the world was treating him, man. Like I am somebody, goddamn it.
Man, that man was at his breaking point.
Like that man was about to, give up, but the videos lift him up. Chicken Son, not that his name.
He said if a man can't stand, he can't fight.
Bruh. Look, Sam Dak is funny, but he be lifting that dude's spirits. Like I say, bro, the show only picks up. It's still a slow burner. The story only picks up from here. It gets insane. I promise you. I don't know. But if you could throw it on as hey, throw it in the background and you just see some stuff happen, stick with it. That's all I gotta say.
Now I will give him this, because there was some technique. Just because I said I wanted more technique, didn't say he didn't have any. I like the fact that he tired him out. You know what I'm saying? There's something Muhammad Ali would do it a lot. He tired him out. He conditioned him to one move. He conditioned him to the sweep. Then he caught him with that overhand. What was it? Overhand left or right? Whatever it was.
Technically, he conditioned him to two moves. He just didn't tell you.
Oh, well, yeah. He conditioned to that head block move, too.
No, I'm talking about to the overhead right. That was conditioning. Because the overhand swimming. He said, I mean, he conditioned his opponent to only expect the sweep. Okay. Yeah.
So he only expected the sweep. So when he faked the sweep, you know what I'm saying, he faded the sweep and he went to block and he caught that L. So there was technique there. And guys, trust me, if you're out there,
threw a good little feint. Fainted on the kick.
I'm sorry, I want that on a gift. I just want to look every week and see Paco slid across that.
Yo, he did knock him out his flip flops. So I mean, there's a
he slumped him over.
Even his boys was like, "Dang, man."
You know what? I'm cool. Can I do it?
Do it, man.
Story time.
Uh-oh, here you go.
This I told Coop. This reminded me. Man, I remember I was in school. I caught the bus. I rode with my cousin who lived across the street. My cousin was really athletic, deceptively athletic. He wasn't no big rip dude. He is the best shooter I've ever seen, the best thrower of a football. Threw all kind of pass pitches. Just like remarkably athletic, deceptively so. There was an older dude named Skin. I don't mind saying it, because
give the abbreviated version.
Skin stayed in a lot of trouble. Skin was a bully, man. Skin tried his best to terrorize everybody, but he chose me and my cousin. Me and my cousin ain't mess with nobody, man. We sit on the back of the bus with, man, Skin was saying my cousin was a punk. Because my cousin was quiet. And Skin went. My cousin, he ignored everything Skin was saying. Skin was trying to get a reaction out of him. He went and put his arm around him. He said, "Man, you look real pretty today. Like I like how you dressed." He said, "I feel like I'm gonna give you a kiss on the cheek or something." And he actually leaned in to try to punk my cousin and give him a kiss on the cheek. Boy, my cousin two-pieced him so fast you could hear it. It felt like it sounded like somebody had filled up a sock with a cell phone and hit him in the face.
One of them RDC1 videos when they used to be punching each other.
Bruh. He hit him so fast. It was a two pieces, like pop, pop. His head went left and right so fast. And that sucker was laid on the floor in the back of the bus snoring. My cousin rocked him. rocked him, and then they ain't say nothing. I talked more ish about it, so I think when I witnessed that, and Skin didn't even come back to school.
Mike, this man lived V-hit. He lived.
He ain't come back to school. He got knocked out. He was embarrassed.
You know, Mark, what you said you was gonna do? You had your locker, your key or something on your finger. You was gonna whack him.
Oh no! I had a combination lock in my book bag.
Hey,
I was just gonna stick my finger in, hold the lock in my hand, stick my finger around the round part. I was reaching when I saw him about to cause I'm about all that. I was like, I'm tired of this. If he try this with my cousin, it's gonna end very bad for him. I ain't even have to do it. My cousin took care of the light work for me.
Wow. Yo, man, look.
That was my last tangle with him, but I tell that tale another day. I think I love V-Hit. I love it, man. I don't know, man. I not everybody has experienced that. I am not a very tall man. I'm tall. I'm wider than I am tall. But everybody used to be like, I'm a tough guy. I can beat up Mark, and they'll try me. They tried. They tried. I had 5 brothers though, and a sister, and they was all thugs. So, and there's all in the military. So yeah, I did a lot of fighting.
Of V-Hit is how to beat up pretentious pieces of issues. That's that tagline got me. I was like, what is this?
I like a show that filled me with fire. I felt fire when I saw him. But man, it felt good to see him punch Paco and lay him out like cold cuts on a $5 footlong.
Unlike our other homies, Hobin ain't got the spiritual training of Tanjiro. He ain't got the great core spirit. He ain't got the good soul and jolly spirit of Deku and the hearts.
He just somebody who's tired of it.
You don't look like Tommy Pickles. Shout out to Ninja. Ninja do not like that boy. I
Tommy Pickles, y'all.
Shout out to Tommy Pickles, but he don't shoot fireballs out of his fingers like a kid Goku.
Hey, he Tommy Pickles if he hit you in the face with a sack of nickels.
Oh man.
Yo,
ain't no Tommy Pickles.
As someone who fought bullies many a time in my younger days, I do love this show. That's what I love about this show.
That's all we say, man. Like I know
that's
you
what
want to see.
I just
want to see Paco die.
Because look, man, I've given it to a couple of bullies in some serious ways.
Oh yeah, bro. Said, man,
I've given it to bullies in ways where teachers or principals had to pull me off.
It is funny to me.
I'll just say
there
now,
have
at
been
the same time, I know that was the old Mike. I've given my life to Christ.
No,
I don't mess with folks. I leave folks alone.
Wrong for them. They got what they deserve.
True that. They did.
Boy, I done served up more lumps than potatoes.
But look, I'm gonna tell y'all this.
I love putting my hands on. I believe in violence. Violence is for people who don't understand words.
All I'm gonna say is, say give your life to Christ. Didn't the disciples pull out swords and cut a man's ear off?
Yeah, they had it. And then you gotta hold a Bible and a rifle.
I'm just saying,
Hey, Simon wasn't no punk, man.
Don't sleep on some people.
Man, and this he teaches people a very important lesson. If y'all are being bullied or someone's rolling up on you like Paco does, remember, your legs are longer than your arms.
Look, man.
Somebody storming up against you, go and stick that foot out there right where that kneecap is. See if they don't double over.
Sure, you break.
And when they double over, bring that overhand right. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Want to look cool in fighting? But if you can break somebody's calf or knee, and they gonna double over. I mean,
you stick that foot out there right where that knee is. See if they don't stop walking.
Y'all dudes who out there think you swole.
Bruce Lee say, if you can't walk, you can't fight.
I think this man would know about breaking bones. I'm just saying, y'all. Mess with some of these dudes out here. Y'all think weak, and just cause they. Bro, I love how E40 said it best. In fact, I invite next time we review V-Hit, or as we review V-Hit, Mark has other stories, even dealing with one of a famous rapper here. And that's a tease, folks, because we're not gonna tell it this episode.
Yeah, we're gonna tease it. We ain't gonna do
we'll
it.
Tease that. So we'll keep some real world stories going, mixing in with B hit from experience. But all I can say is, E40
I put
said it
hands
best.
on your favorite rapper.
Just cause you think you a thug out here, a square put the blenders on you. Shout out E40.
Lay you out. Put them blenders on you.
I put the blenders on you.
Oh,
anyway,
boy.
speaking of blenders, haha, Furin.
Yo, Furin got look. You know what? Speaking of blenders, in this episode, Furin of Windbreaker, both Furin's representatives, one of the four kings, gave a blender that was compassionate, a compassionate blender.
Compassionate beatdown.
He was like, you my boy, and I know that you've grown, but I still gotta let you know you haven't grown.
I'm gonna let you see what it is.
Me, my brother.
Sensitive thugs need hugs with compassion.
Look, he took a little bit of it. He said, "Oh, you man, look, you done got better.
You done got stronger.
I'm so proud of you. But come on over here. Let me show you what this is. Let me show you what this really is."
You fighting a heavenly king.
It's like, look, you know, I'm glad that you got faster, you got stronger, but you're still not here.
You're not there, playboy.
But I still got love for you, and I know we got two different paths, but I gotta lay you down.
You know, you're like my little brother out here, man.
But it was a compassionate beatdown. It was like, you know, he even when they went to, like, you know, kind of like throw him out with the trash, he was like, don't touch him. He was like, because you don't know if you gonna be laying down here too. So, you know what I'm saying? Respect.
Yeah. And he did it to Shistoran's number 2. Mm-hmm. He told him, he said, hey, don't put your hands on him. I got him.
He's like, you ain't gotta do that. I'll handle him. And Suo just gave a kind of it wasn't compassionate, but he was like, look, man, I could really hurt this guy, but I'm not. I'm gonna basically just redirect his energy, let him beat himself up, and he'll be all right.
Yeah, we ain't gonna worry about that fight no more. That was a lesson.
Ooh, that was an
education.
It was an education. It was sad too.
It was sad human being, like how to help you be a human. How to be a grow up.
It was almost to the point where after he should have just been like, bro, can I go with y'all? I need you to teach me. I've been living my life wrong.
We already got one scrub.
Oh, not one scrub.
We already got one scrub, and I don't know, maybe because he's Furin, he might learn to fight. You know, we already got one Takamichi. Why do I feel like that dude, as much of a Takamichi as is, he can still beat up Takamichi? Because I feel like if you just with Furin, you just get the power of the fist is going to grow up with you. The
comic relief guy, I think, is a red herring, or I think is a big swerve, because he ain't going to be there and don't know how to throw no hands. I think he know how to throw hands, but he pretending like he don't. I think he acting scary on purpose, but that's a whole other thing. Back to the episode. I'll let y'all talk about it. My bad.
Oh no, I can't wait to see. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I just think if I put him and Takamichi in the ring, I'm gonna vote on the dude from Furin. But you know,
yeah, at least he's seen enough. He's seen enough to.
Takamichi saw enough, but Takamichi's soul was. Hey man, got all them beat. If you got beat up that much, you don't get no hands. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I know everybody else super strong, but at least I love what Windbreaker is doing. That I ain't gonna say it makes sense. But people can fight, and then they're not bogging it down. This is like my throwaway anime that I'm just gonna turn on and I'm gonna have a good time, because I don't think they gonna be explaining much. Like, it ain't gonna be much talking.
This joint is like just rival schools. That's it.
Just rival. Hey man, you come over here. We're gonna fight on the stage. We got our ranking system, and you know what? Maybe we go home. Maybe it won't be any weird murder or death. Maybe we just, we respect you. You got hands, you got this, we'll go away. I don't know. If the story of Windbreaker gets dark or not. I know a lot of new modern anime do. So it's kind of a little bit of a throwback.
I know one thing. These folks done brought them on their home turf, and they getting mopped up. It ain't a good look for their school or for their town. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
I'm
if they
glad
got a
they ain't
school.
televising this because they ain't looking good right now.
Yeah, I don't know how this working. Whatever the name of their gangs, it's assuring or Disciples of Power, but ain't nobody got
Yeah.
no power. But 2.
Yeah, it's like it's
Or
more
3.
like more like disciples of aggression. Like they're very aggressive. They are like they're ready to fight. They're very mean. They're very rude. They're very forward, but they're not winning these fights.
Hey man, they said we joined the gang not to run the ones. We joined gangs to jump people.
Yeah, we joined the game to roll with overwhelming force. I'm like, look,
We are
ain't
not
doing
happy
that.
with this turnout.
Yeah,
This
you
is
know
not
what I'm
how
saying?
we thought this was gonna go.
It's like we thought we was gonna come up in here, we was gonna bring them to the stage, whoop them up, and then send them home crying. And now,
Bo Furren is the real deal.
yeah,
Like,
We chili bowling over here. I don't
Think
know what
about
they
it.
doing.
Bill Furren is beating you up. Like now, yeah, y'all got some first years, but they got 3 first years winning. The
Man.
first year just mopped up whoever real quick.
Yeah, because you had the first year just basically Rugal slammed your boy into the ground, and that was it.
It was like, man,
Then
my boss
second
ain't
dude
right.
gave basically a quick, workout clinic on kung fu.
And now we about to have Grant Hill go slam on Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, this is Grant Hill before the injury. Like, yeah, I know people think that Grant Hill is just some famous NBA guy. No, peep Grant Hill before the injury. Grant Hill was the truth.
Yeah,
Man,
Grant
look,
Hill
him,
used to give
Anthony Hardaway. There's a whole lot
Yeah,
of people
like-
that before their injury was the truth.
3 rookie like Jason Kidd, Penny,
Word.
Grant Hill were like ridiculous. Like, dog,
It was
y'all-
stupid, man.
stupid,
Y'all don't
good,
know.
super uber talent rookies. They ain't been rookies that good since, dare I say, Magic Johnson or Jordan? I don't know.
Man,
They
that
was
was
so
an awesome
good,
rookie
man.
class, man.
Yeah,
Like, so just take that and raw fighting ability and put that in Sakura, or Sakura, however you say his name, and a guy who wants to do it, who wants to prove it. He can't prove it enough. He
Yeah.
about to fight his own teammates.
And then I love how Suo's like, oh man, I love how you bigging up your boys. He's like, I ain't bigging nobody up. I ain't helping nobody.
I want to be number 1. Like, I like y'all, but don't get it twisted. I'll fight you. It's like, dang, bro.
Yo,
Like,
he said, Sakura said, because of you, he's mocking us. Only weak part about you should be your gut. Oh, man.
The oldest 70-year-old ever. That
Yo.
man put out a gut pill. You right, bro. Take my medicine. I'm like,
right, man.
He said,
Say,
Suo was like, man, you did a good job.
He got to be 47. He got to be.
Yo.
like
That dude is living my
They
life.
treating that dude like he's smoking a pack of Cool Miles.
that
About to drive truck.
The flashback, he was like, all, soft face. He looked like a teenager. He looked like a preteen to a teenager. Next thing you know, he went from regular.
Now he look
Now
like
you're old man.
he looked like Mekhi Phifer and Paid in Full smoking that cigarette.
I'm like, what? Like, I see he's still the same guy, but I know puberty happens. But
Yo,
Bruh,
he went from like 12 years old to like 52.
and I get it. In Japan they stay longer in middle school than high school, but that's still ridiculous. It's just
That man got problems. He got bills to pay.
that man got stress to fight.
He got kids to raise. He got things going on in his life.
He gotta go.
I gotta go to the
Monday.
PGA meeting.
Yep.
I got all kind of stuff I gotta deal with.
But
I gotta go here and go beat these boys up.
He gotta
I
go.
gotta show these boys that I ain't no punk. But Sakura, I love how Suo was like, "Oh, you're starting to care about your friends," and he like, "No, I'm just mad because people making fun of us. He got us out here looking bad."
I'm like, bruh, y'all don't want it. Hey, calm down, Sakura. Calm down, man.
He
Like,
got us over here looking soft. Ain't nothing soft over here.
That man just took one hit.
Yo, Umamiya was like, man, Sakura, you cool, man. Calm down. Just chill. Like, it ain't over yet.
Like, come on, bro. Like, the dude took one hit.
And
like,
the funny thing, now, he was kind of slumped for a second. But I love how he got up. When he got up from being slumped, it's almost, you know how your dad get out the chair when you know he told you to sit down like 10 minutes ago. You still been playing. So he like, now he got to get up. Now he got to get up. And you know when your dad get up, everybody be like, Yo, he was like, all right. Okay, all right, so you really want to fight?
To my son, when I say I had to get up, they be like, yo, you ain't gonna keep dancing around? All right, come here.
Like, if I gotta get up, it's gonna be trouble.
I have to get up. You gonna have to feel it, one way or the other.
Yo, man, he got up. He just when he flips his hat, it's like a switch. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we shout out to them. It'll be 1 year and first weekend in August. Cannot wait for the memes. I cannot wait for Black Twitter to remember I can't wait to the history of when that float back in our social medias. It's gonna be a hell of a party that day.
Man, like I'm happy that we have this many shows that we could talk about. And we talked about what? Like Go-Go, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Kaiju, V-Hit, and now Windbreaker. That's 6 shows.
Right.
That's 6 shows that we chilling with. That's why I'm like, yo, man, look, y'all, if y'all ain't happy, y'all ain't trying to be happy.
We ain't even talk about the 7th show. My 7th show, Delicious. I just do that on the closing, But it's just 7 shows. I got 7 shows that I am happy with.
Mm-hmm.
This is why spring. My theory was right. I didn't pick up on it at first. Shout out to Mother's Basement. He kind of
again. Everybody knows.
I still remember
spring again.
when I was legit happy. With my C+ hero. Well, I wasn't overly happy. And I'm, if that's
you'll take it.
I'll take it because
you wanted steak, but you had to get a burger from Wendy's. You know what I'm saying?
It was more like getting like a Taco Bell 5-piece meal, or do I want a bunch of sloppy isekai that I wasn't gonna watch, and Undead looked like a steak, and it turned out to be a fake. So
it's tofu.
Man,
you ain't supposed to eat that stuff.
Thank you, Ninja Kamui, for your services of extending winter and
leading
us into spring.
Ninja Kamui, your services were much appreciated.
You held us down.
You gave us Uncle Mike, and we love you for that.
Yeah, we love you. Shout out to you, and I don't care about any Gen Z, Gen Alpha hating on it. That was for us, late millennials and Gen X.
We was glad to have that. Matter of fact, I know you got a 7th show because we super late. I'm gonna throw it to you. We've been out here super long. I'm gonna throw it to you. Coop, hit us with your final thoughts, your delicious in dungeon, and tell us where they can find you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep it real short. Listen, Dungeon, this was a very dope episode. It was Nightmare. Yes, Nightmare was a monster that for some reason was clams that get into your underneath your pillow and tear up your mind. Shout out to Lyos when he does heroic stuff. It's really worth it because the elf girl has been going through it and she's still getting toward. Her name is Mud out here. Like they gotta do what they gotta do, but they can't necessarily go to the service because if they go there, they might be arrested or killed because of the black magic. One of Shiro's, who was the Asian dude who loved Lyos' sister. He had left. One of his attendants stayed because she's also actually cursed with black magic, so she might be joining the party now. So they had to fight to spell a hag off of her. They can't really take the black magic out, and the way that the elf explained it, they may not be able to save his sister. It might be on a mission just to give her a graceful death. Like it's because she explained
it's light, but it gets dark.
It gets dark, and it got dark, and she like, I'm sorry to tell you, she like, and she explained
I may not be able to dispel, like I could dispel one of the curses on you, but far as being a beast person, it's like they took two souls and mixed it, like she described it as an egg. They took two egg yolks and mixed it and put it back in an eggshell. She's like,
Okay.
I don't have that. The only one person who may have that ability is the mad mage who's running this whole thing. And even then, that may not be possible. And we got to make him do it. And he is very powerful and evil or crazy. So she's like, they didn't say it, but he's like, we got to, like, you know, my sister's running around and she might kill more adventurers. And it kind of gave that look like she might have to go. You know, it's our duty to save this, to stop this, and we still may come out as not victors, but as arrested or murdered if we leave this before we leave. But also, the rumor is if you beat the Mad Mage or whatever, you become the king or something, because he's looking for a lost king. So it's honestly in their best interest. They need to win, see if this myth is true. Laios need to become king, or Laios and the elf girl and the rest of them are arrested. So they're really up against it. So it's just they're going deeper and deeper. Like I said, they done went to new lows of this thing. So it ain't like they gonna really be seeing, they should be seeing more adventures. They kind of going where most people ain't got to in this dungeon. But they still had humor. They still can fit the humor in with it. Like, but Laios had to jump in her dream to like save her, to save her mind. And she felt guilt over what she did to his sister. Very touching, beautiful. Again, they cooking on a level that only a studio like Trigger can, again, display. I say that every week, but bruh, I love the show. Like, I loving it more and more, and to hear more of the darkness that comes in with it. But they still got that touch of like, all right, we still gonna do something little bit goofy. And shout out to the dwarf, because he was, even though he was getting threatened, he was like, I'm gonna teach you how to properly eat your food, beast woman. You know, and I'm gonna take care of the youngins. He don't care if he get killed or threatened. He's like, I'm gonna teach you how to properly enjoy food. So that's his MO. And now I think she's gonna be joining the party, because hell, she needs to get this curse off for herself. So she's like a good test subject maybe to figure it out. Who knows? Next week she can wind up dead, because that's how this show can roll at any moment. So, yo, I'm Keith Cooper. You can find me at blurred _ish at IG, on Facebook, the Blurters page. I'm also Keith Cooper on Facebook. Also shout out to everybody who came by the Hot Art Cool Nights at Tap 65. I had a great time at Tap 65. If y'all listening, anybody there, thank you. Marcus, you were a great host. Tap 65, you're a great host. Y'all beers are awesome. Now that I know how the system worked, I had cherry, pear, or peach, and strawberry beer. No piss water there. Excuse my foul language, but it's just how good it was. You know, thank you for getting me back in beer. It's probably a bad thing, but I had a good time. Also, shout out to MechaCon John for approving me for WasabiCon. The cover is pressed. You will see these videos. You can see the videos now, but Mike is gonna do his thing when he get time. You know, whenever he takes these videos, and he's gonna whip them up like a bowl of good mashed potatoes or potato salad, no raisins. So, but yeah, that's what I've been up to. Y'all. And if you're in town June 1st, you can see me at Art Night at the Green Rabbit Tavern.
That's what's up. All right, cool. Dub, final thoughts. Where can they find you?
Man, we are back. MHA is back, and they came into the game kicking tail and taking names and chewing bubble gum. They all out of gum. Demon Slayer. I rewatched because we did see the movie, and it was this episode, and I rewatched and loved it all again. So I is happy. I'm also still very, very happy with Viral Hit. Y'all check it out. It is great. Feel good. Go Loser Rangers. Like, yo, we have so much good animation. What am I forgetting? Windbreaker, Sakura cracking people in the jaw.
I mean, this is
But it's not yet, but it's coming.
This is
like I can't wait to see him fight.
Strong season of anime, y'all.
Man. Everything is hitting on all cylinders. Like I'm ready to see what they're gonna do. I'm afraid. I'm afeared of Muzan. Muzan is a cold piece of work, and I know he coming for my girl.
This is the most shonen I watched in a long time in one season without having to throw in.
Well, it's because shonen is a lot different now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's getting smarter. It's getting smarter and skewing upward. Kaiju No 8, man, might be
Kaiju number 8. That's one of my favorite things I'm watching. I love Kaiju number 8, man.
That's how you do a shonen now. That's how you do a modern shonen. Like, hand clap to that. Like, that ain't taken away from like JJK and that. Like, that's a little bit more traditional, more from Bleach. But like, if you're gonna do a shonen, like, and that ain't necessarily just say fighting and spirituality or something. Kaiju number 8 is cooking as a high level shonen. Like, absolutely.
Man, they out there looking good, but my bad. Go on, Doug.
Sorry, my bad.
My bad. I'm still missing that Kamui, but it perfect timing. Kamui is over, and then we got back in. So, y'all, I'm Dub. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on Twitter X. I be on that thing. And I'm Mark Wallace on Facebook. And I got some shows coming up. 526. 526 at Yes We Cannibal. If you guys hear this and y'all want to come and get some free Soul Lab Sunday action, only thing you gotta pay is attention. Come through.
That's what's up. Alright, man. Final thoughts for me. We living, y'all. We living. Straight up, we living.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear no complaints. We out here living. Of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And then so the next time that you have to make sure that you can provide a compassionate beatdown and make sure that even in a knockout, you provide just a little bit of love. This is us to you just saying peace.
Peace.